Hey there happy campers, I hope your day is going good. Mine's been great, thank you very much for asking. Today we're going to take a little look into the ever expanding trend that is Vtubers or virtual YouTubers, so we can better understand who and what they are exactly. So without further delay, let's just go for it. Unlike the more well-known YouTubers we've all grown to know and love, Vtubers are considered to have great appeal in that they can be who they want to be and can overcome restrictions, unconstrained by real-world gender and appearance. Japan's entertainment industry may have just found the perfect celebrities. So, what are virtual YouTubers or Vtubers exactly? I'll try and explain. Basically, they're a digitally animated character that can play many of the roles a conventional celebrity can. Think of it like a really advanced Instagram filter, but it doesn't really matter who's behind the camera. The virtual avatar will always look and sound the same. From performing in concerts to pitching products, they could transform advertising, TV, news and entertainment as we know them. Japan has seen a huge surge in the number of these virtual entertainers in the past couple of years. The population has surpassed 9,000, up from just 200 at the beginning of 2018. According to Tokyo web analytics company User Local. One startup executive in the business said the most popular VTubers could bring in several hundred million yen or several $1 million a year. The CEO of a production company called Balus, whose website promises immersive experiences and a real and virtual world crossover, estimates of the annual market for the avatars are put at somewhere between 5 billion and 10 billion yen. He reckons the figure will hit 50 billion yen in the coming years. A young Japanese woman sporting a giant pink bow and white Oprah gloves looks into the camera and gleefully greets her YouTube audience. She's about to try and solve a puzzle. Before diving into the game, she boasts with a smile, "Well, compared to all you humans, I can clear it much faster, no doubt about it." Yes, this YouTube personality isn't a real person. Welcome to 2020 or what? While she's voiced by a human, she's a digital, anime-style cartoon. Her name is Kitzuna Ai, and she has more than 2 million subscribers to her channel. She's the most watched virtual YouTuber on the site, only ever appearing as the avatar. Kitzuna Ai is part of an emerging trend where 3D avatars rather than humans are becoming celebrities on YouTube, with dedicated fan bases and corporate deals. The startup behind Kitzuna Ai is Active 8 and has a stable of about 50 other VTubers and relies on license fees for using characters in ads, as well as events and novelties, all ranging in popularity. On June 24th, 2019, the virtual YouTuber called Kaguya Luna, in a collaboration with Nissin Foods, held a live stream, noted by Guinness World Records as being the highest live stream ever by attaching a smartphone with her stream playing to a helium balloon. By the end of the stream, she reached an altitude of 30 kilometers above sea level, breaking the previous record of 18.42 kilometers above sea level. This was done to advertise Nissin's yakisoba UFO noodles. It's becoming so popular that one company is investing tens of millions in virtual talent, and talent agencies are being established to manage these avatars. It's a movement that has big implications for the future. It could change how brands market their products and even how we interact with technology. We saw this start to take off right at the end of 2017, and it's continued to grow, says Kevin Aloka, head of culture and trends at YouTube. He points to Kitzuna Ai's channel as the example of the spike in VTuber popularity. It had around 200,000 subscribers last December, but well over 2 million just 10 months later. Google's Ernest Petty says the amount of daily views of VTuber videos this year is quadruple last year's figure, and while there's no easy way to measure exactly how many VTubers there are, User Local counts at least 2,000. Gree, a Japanese company better known for its social mobile games, has also become a virtual talent producer. The business is basically the same as a talent agency, where the aim is to cultivate a celebrity's popularity. But unlike people, the virtual stars are actually intellectual property, potentially giving companies more way to extract money from them. As with Japan's anime culture, we will be able to export our content overseas and expand the business, a Gree representative said. Although VTubers are a fairly new phenomenon, the motion capture technology behind them, however, is not. Hollywood has used it for years, At Grease Studio in Tokyo's Roppongi district, actors wearing suits studded with over 50 sensors perform movements that become high quality animations. A character created in a studio can be beamed anywhere with a high-speed internet connection. Data collected by the sensors can be turned into computer graphics and transmitted in real time. The full-scale launch of 5G wireless connectivity is expected to lead to even more VTubers. Gree has also developed a smartphone app called Reality that lets anyone turn themselves into their own virtual streamer. Users can customise their avatar by choosing its hairstyle and colour along with the shape of its eyes and face. Then they can livestream with just a touch of a button. The benefit, Gree says, is that users can express themselves and talk about their daily struggles or frustrations without showing their faces. Once the platform user base grows, we will think about overseas expansion, the spokesperson said. Cover, another VTube management company, is already attracting attention outside Japan. We have many fans in China and also see a growing number of fans in the West, as well as Indonesia, said Motokai Tanigo, Cover's CEO. Pardon my pronunciation, I'm sorry if I'm butchering any names, I do apologise. Cluster, a virtual event services startup, saw the number of events involving virtual entertainers on its platform soar to over 100 in 2019, from just 2 the year before, according to CEO Naoto Kato. To watch a Cluster event, fans at home don virtual reality headsets, placing avatars of themselves in a virtual venue. Besides watching the show, the viewers can throw stars or set off fireworks by paying some money. Most of the events are concerts. Music will be the key to VTubers and virtual entertainers becoming mainstream, Kato said. Could this be the concert of the future? I can most certainly see some real world implications given the socio-economic climate the world is in lately. It makes more sense now more than ever. Well-known brands are beginning to discover the marketing power of VTubers. Suntory Beer, Rohoto Pharmaceuticals and the e-commerce group DMM.com have all created their own virtual characters that go on TV shows, appear in commercials and stream on YouTube. TV Tokyo is one of Japan's major broadcasters and has even created a virtual news anchor named Yukai Auchi maybe. She appears on the station's news programmes and asks questions about the day's coverage. This could be a way for broadcasters to drum up interest at a time where fewer young people are watching TV and revenue is declining. The internet is quickly becoming a bigger advertising market than television, according to a top ad agency, Dentsu. Spending online ads jumped 16% to 1.7 trillion yen in 2018, driving a 2% increase in overall ad outlays to 6.53 trillion yen. But ad TV spending fell 1.8% to 1.78 trillion yen. Japan's broadcasting industry has also been reeling from a series of celebrity scandals over questionable contract practices and drug use, including the recent arrest of actress Erika Sawajari for alleged ecstasy possession. In some cases, TV stations have had to scramble to keep the shows on the air. Releasing VTuber content on YouTube and social media platforms could help TV broadcasters connect with viewers who are glued to their smartphones, with no risk of virtual characters becoming tabloid fodder. Arguably one of the greatest assets VTubers possess in the eyes of the corporate entities that fund these ventures. It's a low-risk, high-return investment. I'm no mathematical genius, but even I can see that this makes sense. So there's a definite growing market of eager consumers, the technology to execute the idea very well, startups and venture capitalists willing to bankroll the projects, and plenty of platforms to take advantage of. They're incredibly versatile as performers, almost impervious to controversial shitstorms. Well, compared to the more commonly known celebrities at least. It's very likely that this is a trend that will continue to explode in the foreseeable future, with companies actively trying to infiltrate new markets and bring them to a wider audience. It serves as a way for humans to congregate in large groups with no risk of getting ill, from the safety and comfort of your own home, with interactive content that almost rivals that of the real world. I also think with the rise of 5G and higher internet speeds, VTubers are only going to become more mainstream, easier to produce and maintain, and even more accessible to the general population. If I was you, I'd probably try getting used to VTubers because I don't really think they're going anywhere anytime soon. But on that note, I unfortunately aren't virtual, and as a result I have to go eat and sleep. But I really hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you learnt a thing or two. I definitely did when I was researching this. I was absolutely blown away with how much the whole idea has grown and blossomed. But it's really nice to see. I feel like it could be a good thing for humanity. Anyway, thanks for watching, especially if you made it this far. But stay safe out there and have a wonderful day. Peace!